Hi everyone, it's Vicki here today, designing for Hip Kits Club, and this is my first layout with the February kits. I've been away for a while because I had some medical issues, but I'm back and raring to go. So I love this kit. It arrived a couple of days ago and I couldn't wait to get stuck in. And my assignment today is to do a monochromatic layout with one other colour. So I'm just looking through the papers and I'm figuring I'm going to do something with pinks. So that's all I know at the moment is pinks, and I've pulled out some papers, and while looking at them I decide that the best thing to do will be to go with the Bloom Street paper and cut out some florals. So that's what I've got going here. And you can see that paper from Paige Evans. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. So I start to cut out all the pink florals. Now, if I just sounded a bit confused just now, my power went out in the house, so I'm sat in the darkness. But I have a laptop, so I can still do this voiceover. It's quite surreal, really. Anyway, so I'm going to cut through cutting out these flowers, and you'll see them on the page now. So this is what I thought I would do. I had a little photo where my niece is sort of leaning over, so it was a nice little place to put the flower next to her. So here I am just pulling out some of the Bloom Street embellishments, and I just pull out a little bird and a leaf sprig, and I'm backing the photo with some of the Bloom Street paper, which is just like a watercolour pink wash. And my husband just popped his head in to make sure I was okay, but the lights are back on now, so that's good. Anyway, so as I was saying, the paper has sort of a watercolour wash on it. So now I'm going to put some watercolour onto the page behind the flowers. So I'm just testing it out there on the manufacturer's strip just to make sure I've mixed the right colour. These are just normal watercolour paints that most of us have in our stash. Okay, so I'm happy with the colour. So now I'm just going to put some just where those floral clusters are, just to add a bit of interest behind the flowers. It just seemed a little bit flat on the white to me. So just putting those back in place, make sure they're in the right place. And that works. So then I mix up a little bit more of the colour and put some at the top, where we have the flowers at the top of the page. Okay, so I just dried it off with my heat gun so that it would make things quicker. So there we go, just reassembling what I had, making sure that you can see some of the watercolour paints. Now I'm going to stick the photo down to the paper that I tore earlier, and I'm just looking for a little sticker there. That's also from the Bloom Street collection, just to put down the side. There we go. So those are lovely and iridescent those stickers, and they just look lovely. Sometimes the light catches them badly though when you're looking at them on screen. So I'm just putting some foam on some of the flowers, and some of them I'm sticking down flat. So there's no sort of rhyme or reason behind which I do, except that the ones that sort of sat on top of the photos will obviously be raised up because the photo's raised up. And all those little ones I am raising up. Okay. And I forgot to say that my focus colour became green because I cut the green leaves also from that floral paper, and it worked really well with my photo, which has green grass in the background. And I also didn't tell you that this is main kit only, so I've only used things from the main kit. So if that's all you get each month, then you would be able to make this layout too. Just the addition of the watercolour paint, obviously, and some white cardstock. Okay. So just sticking everything down, making sure it's all stuck on with the glue. And then I'm going to come in with these die cuts, and I'm just trimming a little bit of the white from the edge of them. just because I felt they had a little bit too much white, as it was a white background as well. And I think I'll cut through that in a second so you don't have to watch. It's just that little bird and the leaf sprig that I do. I'm certain I cut through it. There we go. So the next thing I do is stick those down, and then I pull out the sticker sheet again because I want to put some more colour on. And I pop a slightly darker pink flower up there because I just wanted to add a bit of contrast, and a couple of the hearts. And then because I've got that pink at the top, I decided to put one at the bottom as well, just to balance that out. Okay, so I'm thinking about a title at the moment, and although I love those multicoloured thickers, I couldn't make a word just with pink and green ones. So I decided to use the words from this sticker sheet, the iridescent stickers. One is bloom and one is shine. And I stuck them down on some very lightweight cardstock first. You could use paper as well. Just because I wanted to pop them up on the page, so I didn't want them to lay flat. So the best way to do that is to put them on something, stick them on something first, and then they're like die cuts rather than stickers. So that one, the shine, I stick just to the top of the photo so it stands up, and the bloom I put some foam on the back just to add some dimension to that. Okay, so we're getting near the end now. The next thing I do is pull out the Nuvo drops. I was really excited to have some mixed media in the main kit. So these are fantastic, that you can't do this wrong. All you do is do a little squirt, depending on the size dot you want, just squirt it out. If you get a peak, don't worry, let it be, and it will just flatten down on its own. And then over a period of a few hours, they will harden and they will look just like enamel dots, and you'll be able to see them better in my close-ups. But I love Nuvo drops. I have quite a few here in my craft room, so I'll love to get some more in the future. Anyway, that's it. There's the final layout. I hope you like it and find some inspiration from it. Some close-ups there showing you the dots and everything else on the layout. And all that's left for me to do is say thank you so much for watching. This has been Vicky for Hip Kit Club. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Thank you. Bye bye.